Hi guys, welcome back. I'm doing a few of these videos as I can since I have some time right now. Okay, this one will be quick, not as long as the other one. The other one I kind of did an introduction. Okay, so now we're going into atomic radius. Now, radius, as you know in mathematics, is the measure of the distance to the outermost of a circle, right? It's measured in feet, inches, etc. in mathematics. Now, in terms of atomic radius, the nucleus and the outermost electron can be measured. Okay, I'm not going to get into specifics about that, but basically, the bigger the atom gets, the bigger the radius. Okay, now how do we measure these things? Well, we start with hydrogen. Hydrogen is our smallest atom, therefore it has the smallest radius. Again, the atomic radius is a distance from the center of the nucleus towards the outside electron, the very first outermost electron that it can get. Is that clear? This will change, but we will discuss that in a future video. Okay, but what you need to know now is that the trend goes like this. It goes from smallest radius to largest radius based off of a row, and from a period viewpoint, basically going from the top to the bottom, we know that these elements are the least heavy, we know these elements are the most heavy. Okay, with the last known element being the heaviest element, and therefore, theoretically, with the largest radius. Now, that doesn't always ring true, okay? Usually, the mass, the greater the mass, the greater the radius, okay? In most cases. Not all cases are like this, but the trend is general, okay? So, helium is going to look like this in terms of its radius. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Helium is going to have a small radius compared to, let's say, calcium, okay, which has, again, 3 orbitals around it, okay? So, again, the radius is going to be the measure of the nucleus towards the outside electron, nucleus towards the outside electron, okay? Those are what atomic radii are. How do they differ? In their mass, the molar mass, okay? The heavier the element, the more electrons and the more orbitals. So always think, as you're going down the periodic table, the periods increase, right? So the more periods you see, the heavier these elements are going to get. Across, you have the columns, right, of the families. Now what starts happening is that each family increases, let me write this, in electrons. Okay? So as you're increasing in electrons, you're adding more and more and more to your orbitals. It's a little bit more weight. Now, weight doesn't necessarily measure into electrons, but what we're trying to talk about is those electrons influence how those orbitals work. Okay? Now, for these purposes, we're not going to discuss it yet, but just know that electrons do influence the overall look of the radius. Okay? Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments below.